thank you for being here.
Thank you. I have a blank habit of prefacing my works. I had originally written bad habit, but I crossed it out because it's not really for me to decide whether it is or isn't bad. Either way, it's something I want to work on. So with this, I'm taking my first step. I've written something to preface the other somethings that I've written because I want the words to be my own and not ones that thin air has picked out for me. I don't like to call my works poems because it sounds too rigid and defined. I like to simply call them words because to me that's when they hold the most power, that's when they hold the most truth, and that's when they hold the most meaning. So enjoy my words, or don't, because the words and I don't give a shit. I do my Sudoku puzzles in pen because my parents always told me that they only had one kid because they got perfection on the first try, so I don't feel like I can make mistakes. That admittedly run-on sentence says a lot about me. First, it says that I like to do Sudoku puzzles. When I was in 5th grade, my science teacher made us do puzzles every other Friday. Sudoku and logic were always my puzzles of choice, but the former shined brighter. I loved how everything had its place, and I would never have to check the answers in the back, because if I finished it, it meant it was right. The puzzles have order and rules, and I love them. The sentence also says that I'm an only child, something that I couldn't be happier about. I remember being really young and bawling to my mom because I had a dream that they had another kid. It says that my parents have high expectations for me, expectations that I wake up every morning with the intention of meeting, and every night after 5+ hours of playing video games, I go to sleep saying, maybe tomorrow I'll be good enough. It also says that I don't think I can make mistakes, a statement that means multiple things, whether I put the emphasis on I or can. I think I'm invincible despite limping up and down the stairs the day after leg day. I think I'm untouchable despite the sheer terror I feel from something with 8 legs and it's the size of a thumbtack. I think I have to be strong and perfect for everyone around me because no one ever asked if I wanted to be, they just told me that I was. But mostly that little, long sentence says that I want to live on the wild side because I do my number puzzles in pen. Beginnings are effort, but endings are silent, so I stuff myself in the middle so much that the words and punctuation of everyday life suffocate me to the point of wordlessness. Sometimes the middle isn't bad, though. Sometimes the warm blankets of familiarity is exactly what I need. The thick pages on either side reminding me that I'm on track, that I've come from somewhere and that I'm going somewhere new. I'm in the middle of a couple different stories right now. I'm 24 chapters into the book of my life. I'm rereading the book of our relationship, one that we've put down countless times because we didn't like where the story was headed. But it's pretty clear now. And even though I've been here 2 years, I think I'm finally ready to start my book of Chicago. The prologue was long and consisted too much of dead-end jobs and not enough dreams. But chapter 1 is changing that already. There's one I'm ready to close, though. One that had my father not talk to me for 3 days because I brought home a C in 8th grade. The one which he said, theater can't be a career, there's no future in that, and you can be whatever you want to be, all in the same breath. This isn't to say I don't love my dad. He's given up everything to be a provider for a family I'm not sure he really wanted. The only thing is I think he forgot to be a father and a husband in the process. But I'm grown and he's in therapy, and I think we're both ready for this library of emotional abuse to close its doors for good. And maybe we'll write something together. One sentence at a time, bouncing ideas off of each other like life was a Google Doc. Forming bonds in which I love you aren't just words on a page, but something that can be truly spoken and meant and on display for the world. Maybe my father and I can write a play. Sweet.